Ja, frid och shalom, älskade vänner. Vi har nåtts av den fruktansvärda nyheten att 2 svenskar har dött i ett terrordåd i den belgiska huvudstaden Bryssel. Man har inte fått tag i förövaren och som har lagt ut en video på med sociala medieplattformen X, och där uttalar han sina sympatier för terrorsekten IS. Han lär ha ropat det islamistiska slagordet Allah Akbar innan han sköt. Det skedde alltså 19:50 på måndagskvällen att han öppnade eld med ett automatvapen mot en skåpbil. 2 personer har alltså dött, och det är bekräftat av belgisk polis, och de var iklädda i svenska fotbollströjor då. Och det här, vänner, är ju en fruktansvärd händelse, och vi tänker och ber för familjer och vänner och de som är under hot då. Och det här kan ju vi tänka oss för då, vi som går i våra kyrkor nu och för att be för judarna och synagogorna här i vårt land. För det här kan ju eskalera, det vet vi. Vi har mycket stor och stark seismisk aktivitet på den här jorden just nu. Flera stora jordbävningar den senaste tiden. Även en del vulkanutbrott, så det börjar verkligen att skaka och hålla på, precis som Jesus sa att det skulle göra den här sena tiden. Igår la vi upp ett klipp med James Cadiz som visade, medan vi håller ögonen här på Mellanöstern, så förflyttar Kina fram sina positioner och hotar Taiwan. Vi vet att just nu är Putin i Kina och förhandlar med Xi, heter han då. Ja, det ser ut som i sekel 38 det här med länderna och allting, så vi får se hur utvecklingen tar sig an framöver, men det är ju högsta beredskap och i bön för landet och folket Israel just nu. Amir Tsarfati, som vi meddelar, ja just det, vi översätter hans inlägg på Telegram. Det är inte många källor just nu som man kan lita på. Det finns några. John Haller heter han, och så James Cadiz och några till, och Amir förstås. Och Amir går in med nyhet nu. Om du undrar hur det kommer sig att Hizbollah och de andra iranska ombuden inte hjälper Hamas nu, så är det här förklaringen. Hamas är beväpnat, finansierat och tränat av Iran för en stor dag, som man kallar det. Den dagen alla ombud skulle inleda en samtidig attack från alla sidor för att förinta sionisterna, som man kallar det för. Hamas chockade Hizbollah och Teheran när de bestämde sig för att ta åt sig äran och göra det här helt ensamma utan att vänta på rätt tillfälle. Nu när Israel är supervaket med nästan 400 000 reservsoldater till sin egna militär, och när USA har varnat Iran. Därav är ju då den här superovanliga militära närvaron som ökar hela tiden, kan jag säga då, i Mellanöstern. Och hur det går nu, det får vi se. Denna iranska dröm som man hade då, den är ju omkullslagen, så vi får se hur utvecklingen blir här. Hamas kommer att kämpa slaget ensamma. Palestinierna förrådde Iran och Iran förrådde palestinierna. Den palestinska myndigheten har bestämt sig för att betala 2,8 miljoner dollar till varje familj som har en död Hamas-terrorist, enligt Palestinian Media Watch. Det rapporteras även om kraftiga bombningar även på morgonen i Gaza. Man förbereder något, och vi har ju gått här och väntat på vad som ska ske i flera dygn. Men något är ju på gång, det är ju klart. Här kommer ett videoklipp över läget, vad som har hänt i natt och vilka positioner med utdetaljerade kartor och allting då. Vi kommer att rapportera direkt på Telegram. Det pågår just nu. Elvor sitter och skriver in just nu när vi spelar in den här videon. Under videon här nu som kommer ut här så har du länkarna till vår sida. Du har också länken till Telegram. Vi råder er alla ladda ner Telegram. Det är ganska svårt på datorn, säger en del här. Men du kan ha det på mobilen, för där kan man vara lite mer fri för att uttrycka en del nyheter som man inte kan lägga upp på YouTube. Så där kommer vi att fortsätta med då där. Gud välsigna er alla, här kommer klippet.
Organization, which intelligence units have been monitoring in recent days, has officially sprung into action. Following this, the Israeli Ministry of Defense and the Israeli Army jointly announced the commencement of an emergency evacuation operation. 28 towns have officially started to be evacuated as quickly as possible. The Israeli Army's activity in the north has significantly increased. The reason for this is the movement of the most powerful non-state organization in the world. The mega attack units of the Hezbollah terrorist organization have officially started moving north towards Israel. In fact, the organization's units first arrived at Metula, the most critical town on the border. After the motion sensors at the headquarters guarding Israel's borders sounded the alarm, the soldiers at the headquarters launched flares into the sky. Members of the Hezbollah organization conducting a major infiltration operation in the region then opened intense fire towards the headquarters after the flares were launched. The units attacking the Israeli headquarters with machine guns were met with resistance from the soldiers at the headquarters. Meanwhile, artillery units near the area directly started targeting the positions taken by the organization. As the clashes intensified to the east of the town, another group from the north initiated an attack. The infiltration attempt from the town's north was successfully thwarted by Israeli soldiers, and the artillery units stopped the attacks initiated by Hezbollah from the west. Due to the constant conflicts in the region, the army was mobilized to evacuate the local population. With the extensive measures taken for the evacuation of the town, the attacks by Hezbollah forces began to intensify continuously. As a result of Israeli tanks targeting the positions of the attacking organization, Hezbollah suffered significant losses. The fact that the organization couldn't overcome Israeli tanks led them to constantly launch attacks with guided anti-tank missiles. Consequently, the Israeli army moved the tanks to wooded areas behind the region to protect them. The wooded areas provided a natural cover, somewhat slowing down the anti-tank missile attacks. With Israel's unmanned aerial vehicles monitoring the area using thermal cameras, they successfully kept the mega organization group away from the town of Metula. However, there's a larger issue at hand. It is known that Hezbollah has at least more than 100,000 members and a significant number of missiles. Given the organization's constant attacks in the region, it has become clear that they are preparing for a large-scale assault. In light of this situation, the Israeli Ministry of Defense has started reinforcing its army stationed at the northern border. The Israeli General Staff announced the deployment of reserve units to the north, and preparations for an all-encompassing war in the region have been accelerated. The Lebanese government, on the other hand, has stated that it would be foolish for their country to enter into a war. However, due to Hezbollah's independent actions separate from the Lebanese government, the Israeli army is on high alert. Following the mobilization of Hezbollah's largest attack groups, it has been revealed that U.S. Defense Secretary Austin has ordered a potential deployment to Israel. It is also expected that 2,000 U.S. troops will arrive in Israel to assist with medical and logistical support, among other tasks. The reason for this is the involvement of a third organization in the events unfolding in the region. Because of this, the Israeli army has started launching surprise raids against the mobilized Hezbollah groups. Unmanned aerial vehicles descending into the depths of the northwest of the town of Misgav Am have destroyed the organization's assembly points and ammunition depots. Furthermore, the Lebanese army, located north of the town of Metula, has identified Hezbollah's missile launches. It is reported that the Lebanese army intervened in response to the organization's preparations for attack in the region with its 20 missile launches. However, Hezbollah groups continue to launch continuous attacks on the northern border of Israel, leading to the confirmation that the Lebanese army is insufficient in the region. Meanwhile, Israeli fighter jets destroyed the military command center of the Hamas organization and the outposts where they had deployed artillery pieces. Israeli intelligence identified dozens of these outposts in the northern part of Gaza and initiated a major attack based on the intelligence they had gathered. the Israeli Air Force obliterated at least 30 outposts with their fighter jets. Additionally, the operational command center of the Nuhba unit, often referred to as Hamas's elite unit, was hit with bunker-busting munitions. Just a few days ago, the outpost where Ali Qadi, known as the Nuba commander, was located, was successfully struck by fighter jets. This attack resulted in the loss of a high-ranking Hamas commander. Israeli intelligence continues to identify senior Hamas commanders, and so far, at least 8 senior Hamas commanders have been neutralized as a result of the airstrikes. In doing so, the Israeli army has begun to completely dismantle the command structure of the Hamas organization, successfully completing its largest cleanup operation to date. Israeli fighter jets struck the primary assembly area within a military compound of the Hamas organization. As a result of this attack, a significant number of the organization's members were eliminated as fighter jets unleashed successive volleys, targeting the location identified as the primary assembly area by Israeli intelligence sources. Following these attacks, Hamas made some statements. The organization's spokesperson declared their readiness to confront any kind of force. After these statements, the Israeli Air Force conducted airstrikes on the Tel El Hawa area for over an hour. Claims have surfaced that the location of the Hamas spokesperson was identified as a result of these attacks. Although this information has not been confirmed definitively, the Israeli army conducted a significant cleanup operation in the area struck for an hour. A little further north in the Jabalia area, Hamas was detected launching short-range missile attacks from 2 different points using secret tunnels. Unmanned aerial vehicles managed to locate these attacks in the south of Jabalia, and with bunker-busting munitions, the aircraft began targeting the area where the attacks were launched. As a result of this attack, the depot of short-range missiles, believed to be hidden inside the secret tunnels, was struck. After a powerful explosion, it became apparent that this part of the tunnel had completely collapsed, and the munitions inside the tunnels were rendered entirely unusable due to the strong blast. Israeli naval vessels resumed their attacks off the coast of the Gaza Strip. Large-scale attacks were carried out on Khan Yunus in southern Gaza, where Hamas continued to hide. Powerful explosions occurred as a result of the attacks in the central and northwestern areas of the region. Following the neutralization of 4 high-ranking Hamas officials in this area, the Israeli Navy began targeting it frequently. The main reason for continuous losses among organization members in this area is the constant presence of Israeli unmanned aerial vehicles over Khan Yunus. Therefore, Israeli intelligence, in collaboration with the Navy, initiated efforts to clear Khan Yunus. Due to a significant migration in the southern part of Gaza, the Israeli army continues to use precision-guided missiles. As a result of the recent attacks in this area, it is estimated that up to 100 members of the organization